Yo,
What it do?
what it do? A little college basketball, I guess, update, check-in.
Yeah, it's
We're
about
trying
that
to
time.
be more consistent.
For sure. It's about that time. March is around the corner, so to have a perfect bracket, I just think I need to be in here talking, college basketball because this is the year of the perfect bracket, they say.
I love that.
I
I love that. And for
know?
those of you that
Yeah.
for those of you that want to see it up close and personal, we'll probably be having a bracket challenge that you all can go get entered at, and we'll figure something out. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll do a little. Got to pay to enter, and then winner gets the whole thing. Whatever. We did that a couple years ago, I think. Actually.
Yeah, no, that was we had a great turnout with that too. So I
We
kind of
did.
want to do that again. I think that year I was in first place or second or something like that. So we can always run it back, guys.
That was the year Baylor won the championship.
Yep. It was a good year for college basketball, and I think this year will be exciting as well, bro. So
Yeah, it's wide open. But before we get into that, y'all know what time it is. We got to pay the bills. This episode is sponsored by Way Good, which we still haven't got any bars because they're still sold out. So
Right.
if you guys need to know just how good they are, you said the strawberry was still gone.
Yep.
The cookies and cream was gone where we were at.
Yeah.
And I think somebody was walking out with like the last box of chocolate when I walked in there to get them.
We may need the freezer in here. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, we may need the freezer, man. But to your point, the bars are great. Like I've been eating them when we can get them in stock. I'm always eating them after training, always eating them after working out, getting shots up. And it's just a good source of protein, like right on the spot. So, if you can get them, for sure, get them because we can't get them out here just yet. So.
Right. And if you guys have gotten them, y'all comment down below what your favorite flavors are. Our favorite flavors will be linked in the description directly to Walmart to go or Walmart delivery pickup, whatever you want to do. If you want to be lazy while you get your protein and help your body, then go ahead and do that. That's
There you
fine.
go.
No
if
judgment
you want to
over
go
here.
to the gym and do a Walmart pickup while you're at the gym and then go pick it up.
W call.
There we go.
Think
There we go.
about it.
There we
Think
go.
about it. Anyway, thank you so much to Way Good for sponsoring this video. Let's get into college basketball. A little check-in. We had a change in the power ranking or the actual rankings.
Word.
And then there's some other things. We'll talk about Zach Edey declaring for the draft. And then you had a question for me that we wanted to talk about. So I guess we just need to figure out where to start. You want to talk about the top 25 first?
Yeah, let's start with the rankings. Number one now is Houston, correct?
Mm-hmm. Houston.
How do you feel about that?
I think Houston is a very good number one team during the season.
Yeah.
Are they going to be the number one team when it's all said and done? I don't know. I don't trust their offense as much as I trust their defense.
I remember you saying that. I like Houston. To your point, they kind of remind me of, I don't know, kind of one of those teams that, just can't seem to close it out when it's time to.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the theme the last few years. But I do think there is something to their defensive mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that can carry. I don't know. They don't have the same scoring guards that they had. So
Right.
down the stretch, you do need somebody you can count on. That's the only thing. And I do feel like at times that's missing from Houston. So
Mhm.
you make a good point there. But, yeah, I'm glad to see him number one, though, because I mess with Houston.
Yeah, I mess with Houston a lot. I agree. Missing. I think Marcus Sasser's gone now.
Yep.
Missing him hurts a lot. We saw how good they could be when he was there. He battled some injuries in his last couple of years there. So I don't know. When you get to the tournament, when it starts getting real mad, you got to have some guys that
You do.
they can catch it, back it out, calm down. This is what we're running. Get us organized.
Right.
Run the offense. So good guard play is going to be something that, as always, is what you need in the tournament. And I don't know if Houston has the guards to get that done.
Got you. Yeah, not mad
but
at that.
Followed right behind them, number 2, Purdue. They've just kind of been, up there the whole time. I think they lost a game that didn't matter to the Hogs, and then they've won about 26 straight is what it seems like.
Yeah.
They're 25-3.
25-3, yeah.
That's
so
a nice record. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
They hooping.
Yeah, they are. Zach Edey, he has declared for the draft.
How you feel about that?
You want me to say what I said earlier?
Yeah, I think that's solid, though. I think he's going to be all right there.
I
for a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I said he was a poor man's Yao Ming, but
Solid. Good.
Just-
Good.
based on, he's just big and not really mobile. He's not like a Chet or a Wemby or anything like that. Like,
Word.
these are mobile. Like, to be successful now, you got to be able to really, like, shoot the three ball as a big
Mm-hmm.
or affect the game in a lot other ways like Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even to remain relevant like the Lopez brothers.
Yeah.
Like what does Robin and Brooke do? Like they're centerpieces. They rebound really well. Brooke can shoot it, at least for Milwaukee. He can shoot it a little bit, step out, stretch the floor. And I haven't seen much of his passing ability, but everybody's kind of solidified. So if you're going to be a real immobile big, you better be able to shoot it, block shots, and rebound.
What's the projected? Do we know?
Let me look.
Yeah, while Andy talks about that, how you feel about him? You didn't come watch him play when he came here?
I didn't. From what I saw, I mean, he's seeming pretty dominant right now. But like you said, it's college, so it's hard for me to kind of gauge where he may fit in the NBA. But I think it comes down to the team, bro. I'm gonna be honest, because if you need somebody, I feel like the Warriors could use him right now.
Yeah,
you feel me? Just kind of based off like rotating on defense. Outlet that mug to Steph and get out come set this screen and roll. You may not be as dominant as you are right now in college, but can you impact the game enough? Set these screens, roll hard, find the open guy, dunk it when you need to, be big enough to kind of put Draymond back at the 4.
Yeah,
I feel like that could almost work. Setting that screen, hey, that big 7-3 screen for Steph, all that right. That's kind of what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not like you said, Chet and Wemby, who are kind of I don't want to say point centers, but you get the gist.
Okay.
I don't think that's where we need them.
Let me ask you this question. If he were, for some unknown reason, Laney's still looking to find the draft projections, but
Well,
let's
yeah.
go ahead.
Good.
Let's say he slips down,
Yeah.
kind of middle of the pack. And with the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Clippers select Zach Edey. How you feel?
That's all right, though,
How you feel?
I ain't mad, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm not mad at that. Because, for one, you get him for cheap. You get to see what he can do.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do no worse than Zubac. I'm keeping it a beam, bro. Zubac is the same way. He don't shoot threes.
That's true. He is the anomaly to the point I
you
just
feel
made.
me? He don't shoot threes. Can you set the screen, roll hard? He's a little more agile. That's why I feel like you got to work with him from a lateral standpoint, because they gon' ISO him too. They gonna put him on that island. You feel me? So if you can combat that, then you kind of can find a spot for him. I wouldn't be mad if you go to the Clippers. He put him in there, see what he can do. Come off this screen with Harden. Roll hard.
Right.
Kind of what he doing now. You get Harden and you can stretch the floor. Of course, you got PG over there. That's a lot of screen and roll work.
That is a lot of screen and roll.
You feel
work.
me? And then, hey, if somebody come in here, just knock him out the way, bro. You feel me? And then you might get a bigger contract later on. So I think teams like that, it could work. So
You think he would be a fit? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so right now it says, what I'm seeing, it says, based on performance thus far, ESPN's, and then it names 2 reporters, have moved him into the number 14 overall spot.
14.
What's
Who
that
is that?
projection?
Who he going to? Who is
look.
that?
I don't know what the
14?
number.
Take a guess.
14? That's a tough one, because a lot of the people I'm seeing are like even records right now.
There's been a lot of trades and a lot of pick swaps.
Just don't come to Dallas. We got our 2
Nah, I
bigs.
don't think.
We don't need.
See, Dan is gonna send that though.
Right,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Dan working Zach. I'm sorry, Zach. If you ever
Nah, he is though for sure.
Interesting stat. I got it.
Hold on, I'm also going to make sure.
14th gonna be like New York.
Yeah,
Something like that.
kind of the area I'm thinking of.
Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kings. You think they'd be? What's their record?
No.
Sorry, Sel.
I think they're like, I don't know that record, but I think they're like 7, 6,
6, 7 in the
something like
West.
that.
Oh wow, they're doing much better. You got it.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
But
I'm just trying to make sure he's according. So this is according to Bleacher Report.
Okay.
It has him going. Oh, he's not even on here. But he did just technically.
he
I
goes
don't
to
know.
the Clippers, ain't he?
14th pick. If he really is going to be the 14th pick, 14th pick is New Orleans Pelicans.
See, I don't think so.
Not a good fit.
Mm-mm.
You have to pass on him.
Right. Right. Yeah, they don't need that. They don't need that.
No, definitely not. I think I think he could affect the game really well for the Clippers. Maybe the Pistons. I mean, they got Jaden Ivey.
Yeah. I feel like they got that one pretty
They'd
dominant.
be trying to fight everybody.
No, I know what you're talking about. Not him, but I can't remember his name. But he played at Memphis. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I know
He's
exactly
pretty. He's pretty dominant. So I don't think Detroit wouldn't be a good fit. It kind of already needs to be a team that's pretty established, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So he can just plug in. He doesn't need a real big role, but just enough to kind of get by that first year to develop. So Warriors, Clippers, an older like team like that, I think.
Yeah, somebody to really show him the ropes. Speaking of, this is a college basketball pod, but we can clap it up for this. I saw, I'm active in the Reddit spaces.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm a Redditor.
Lord.
But I'm active in the Mavs space. As of like 2 or 3 days ago, the Mavs are ranked number 1 in defense since the Daniel Gafford trade.
Wow.
So we can clap it up for that.
I guess.
Now, hey,
I got to clap.
if that's wrong, you can humble me in the comments. I'm just going based off what I read.
That sucks for us. But I believe it, though.
Yeah.
Every clip I see, Dan he tattooing some balls into the Gucci seats for sure.
Bro, W pickup. I'm
sorry. I don't want to gloat too much about that.
I know.
Number three in the college basketball rankings, UConn dropping 2 spots after losing a blowout loss to Creighton.
I saw that.
Do you agree dropping 2 spots? Do you think they should have dropped more?
Nah, I think 2 is cool. I
Yeah.
think that's about right.
They're still 25-3 as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody needs a bad loss every now and then, honestly.
There you go. Keep them humble.
Yeah.
Rather get it out the way early than tournament time. And it's like, well, they played the whole time and they were good the whole time until you feel me? You don't want it to be that type of theme. So,
For sure.
get it out the way early, and try to bounce back.
Yep. If it comes down to UConn and Purdue, who you taking? 2 big teams.
I know.
They got a 7'2" kid over there built like that door frame right there. He's huge.
Yeah.
He was the backup to Sonogo last year.
I might take Purdue, bro.
Think so?
I feel like they move the ball a little better.
Yeah, they do. They move it really well.
I feel like I don't know. For some reason, like me thinking about it now, that's kind of what I'm saying.
if
But
it gets to that, remember Purdue lost to Fairleigh Dickinson last year, so
that is true.
16.
Damn, see what I'm saying?
Fairleigh
See?
Dickinson beat a lot of people, too, last year, though. Not just Purdue.
Well, they only beat Purdue in the tournament. They didn't beat anybody else.
I thought they won more than just one game.
No, I'm pretty sure they just won 1.
Okay, well, let's look
They'll
up last
correct
year's
me
bracket.
if I'm wrong. Actually, Laney will correct me. Talk about number 4. This is a team that, as they get higher in the rankings, the more nervous I get for them in March.
Who was that?
Tennessee.
Oh,
The Tennessee Volunteers. Every single time it seems like they've been good, they've always faltered, either in the round of 32 or the Sweet 16. I don't know that they've, not to my knowledge, since maybe Grant Williams' era, that they were close to an Elite 8.
yeah.
I can't remember the last time they were in an Elite 8. I think also that year they were ranked number 1 in the country.
You say they had a great team that year. That was a crazy team.
And then they lost early. So,
But they got your boy over there.
Dalton.
He's tough.
He's very tough.
He's a pro.
Let's also be clear. It's not Clay's boy. Clay likes him. So you like
now
watching him play.
Accusations here.
You like watching him play. You don't know him on a first-name basis.
You don't know that.
Talking about Dalton. Dalton. My guy Dalton.
That's your
Okay.
dog, Dalton over there.
Yeah, DK over there.
Right.
No, Dalton Connect is probably, if he does not get SEC Player of the Year, I think it's going to be rigged.
Yeah.
I don't.
What about Rob?
No.
You don't think so?
He's Dalton Connect is averaging like 27.
I'm just asking.
Every
What
time
you
I call
getting
him Dalton,
defensive
now you
to
got me
me?
self- you
Dalton.
got me
No, your friend Dalton.
But yeah, Dalton Connect is really good. Tennessee just for some reason always has a very, very big team.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
they
they
do.
got dudes that are built like door frames, or they got dudes that are built like Slender Man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and sometimes they got the in between, like Eves Pons. That
Yeah.
dude was tall and wide paws.
And with like shoulders, like Dwight Howard shoulders,
Yeah, he
like
was big.
broad, like a huge dudes.
He would have been a hell of a tight end.
Word.
Yeah, hell of a tight end.
They do be keeping them, you know what I'm saying? They keep a pretty big team, a pretty versatile team.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Tennessee this year, though. I mean, I don't like what they did to us.
No,
You
I
feel me?
definitely
That
not.
was tough. But
that video was crazy. I showed you.
that was crazy. But solid, bro. They are a solid team. And
they
you
got
said they're
Lil Bow
fourth?
Wow. They're number 4. They got Lil Bow Wow. He's back from ACL injury.
That's what's up.
He played well against us, but I mean, the whole team pretty much played well against us. So
I think, yeah.
let's just be honest.
Yeah.
We actually ended up tying the record for the largest home loss deficit that game, 32. That was my number in high school. Losing by Clay is crazy.
Losing by Clay. There you go.
But rounding out the top 5, you got Marquette, and we can kind of talk about other sleeper teams within here, but Marquette is a team that I feel like has just been solid all year. You hadn't heard too much about them. They've had a couple hard tests here and there, and they've obviously got the job done. They're sitting at 21-6. They've jumped 2 spots, so they were 7th, now up to 5th. Shaka Smart, it just seems like wherever he goes, he seems to get the job done. He just can't get over that hump.
Yeah.
Come tournament time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's when he gets mad. So that's our top 5. Kansas at number 7.
Arizona at 6.
Arizona at 6. UNC and Duke at 9 and 10. Auburn right outside at 11. Alabama at 14. Kentucky at 16. South Carolina at 18.
The sleeper you called last week, Creighton at 12.
Creighton at 12.
Creighton.
Yeah, I did talk about them. Y'all haven't seen that pod. You may see this one first, but we have 2 more in the pipe. We're trying to be consistent. We said that. So just bear with us. And then Florida, Gonzaga, kind of what we've said in the other podcasts that you guys will see, it's wide open this year.
For sure. It is.
Wide open. If you guys had to take a pick, I'm sure you'll have to comment twice in the next podcast, but let us know who your pick is, who your sleeper is, down below in the comments or in the live chat if we're premiering this. So we kind of picked ours, I guess, maybe. I don't really have, a sleeper. I don't really trust anybody in that top 5. I'll be honest with you. If I had to pick one out of the top 5, it'd probably be UConn.
Yeah? Oh, okay. I was hoping you said Tennessee.
The higher they get, the more nervous I get.
Well, and every time I've picked Tennessee to do well in the NCAA tournament, they do trash. So I want them to do well, so I'm just not going to pick them.
They got a true pro, though. He's a true pro. Can we see where he's projected?
Yeah.
I think
I saw him. I saw him in here. Hold on.
Now. He's in the lotto for
Should
sure.
be.
Yeah, give me a sec. I saw him when I was scrolling through here.
Which
I'm going to make a bracket with them, though.
Yeah.
At least one.
I think you got to have one. Now, are you going to put it in the bracket challenge pool?
Well, I'm going to have to sleep on that one. Give me some time. But true pro, I've watched him when he played us. We, sat down, watched the game. And he just moves. You can just tell. You can just tell, with certain players. Like, they just look very advanced or very mature for the type of play that they're, like where he's at.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have a bracket with Tennessee for sure.
I think a lot of it too is a testament to him and other guys like him. He's also a senior.
I just want to say he stayed around, bro.
He's an older. Well, he went to JUCO. Remember, he went to JUCO, did like 1 or 2 years there. Then he transferred somewhere
1 year
else.
JUCO, 2 years at
North
Dakota, Northern Colorado or something, and then 1 year at Tennessee.
Yeah, and was player of the year at the school he transferred out of JUCO to. Then came to Tennessee, and arguably, if it ended today, my pick would probably be him to be SEC player of the year.
And it helps that it wasn't a lot of publicity. He was just able to kind of just do his thing, learn the game. So now that he's starting to get this publicity, he already cold.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You feel me? I'm already cold now.
Right.
You know where it's wild? 16th in the draft right now.
Where is that?
Miami Heat.
He'd be a really good Heat player.
Oh, that's hard. They be
Coach
thinking, they know what they're doing. They do. That's tough.
Now, if he has a good tournament, he could rise. But Spo is also really, really good about taking older college guys and developing them into roles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had younger guys. You see Jaime Jaquez now, who, I mean, a lot of people at one point are calling for him to be Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
I don't necessarily know if that's still the case, but
No, Wimby didn't.
yeah, for sure. It's, I mean, he wasn't going to get it anyway, but I have seen some people saying the same things.
For sure.
Tyler Hero's kind of developed into what he is. Bam Adebayo. And then,
That's a great fit.
You've got Jimmy Butler. So you kind of fit. You can leave Jimmy at the 3, Hero at the – well, Jimmy could play the 4, really.
Think so? He could.
He could. Willie, probably not. Would he fit there? Probably not. But you could definitely mix Dalton Connect in there somewhere.
I agree.
You'd have to put somebody at point guard. Or you could go bigger. You could have Jimmy at the point, Hero at the 2, Connect at the 3, Jaquez at the 4, and Bam at the 5.
I really like that, though. That's a great fit for him.
I agree.
I feel.
No, that's tough. That's hard.
Anyway, let's move on. Y'all let us know down in the comments who your pick is going to be for the NCAA champion. Who's gonna be played the most when they play? Oh my gosh, why am I blanking? What's the name of the song?
One
Shining Moment.
Oh.
Yes. Who's gonna be played the most when the One Shining Moment? Yeah, let's move on. You had a question for me.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys saw it. We kind of talked about it briefly before the pod started, but the whole court storming situations.
Yep.
You know, Caitlin Clark seemed to be hurt. You know what I'm saying, when they stormed the court, and now the big Dookie. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Flip.
You know what I'm saying? Big Flip over there, man. They said, you know what I'm saying? He's been hurt as well now, and the coach came out. Hey, maybe we should ban, you know what I'm saying, court storming. Just kind of wanted you guys' thoughts on how you feel about that. If that should be an actual thing, should we just come up with some type of restrictions? Like, how should the NCAA kind of handle that?
I have not been a part of a court storm. I've been a part of a field storm.
We didn't really do nothing though.
Well, I was on the. Let me say this: I was on the field. I was working when the Hogs played LSU.
And then also we went to when we beat Texas, we technically were a part of the field storming in football. We beat
did
Texas.
we get on the field?
Yes.
Oh,
we just jumped over the barricade and then jumped right back in the stands.
I
But it counted.
I was already on the field at LSU when we were really bad. They were 17th in the country. We beat them 17-0, a lot of 17s, whatever. And I will say, from being a person who had to get a job done, it was an awkward feeling.
Was it?
Standing there, you're with ESPN, so you've kind of got a little security, like here and there. But if you're a player on the field, especially
away,
like LSU, like think about that. You know what I mean? If it's a rival and you beat them and you storm the court, it's kind of like it could get ugly out there. Now, granted, I don't think anybody in college is going to mess with these big dudes that play sports, but at the same time, I think it is kind of dangerous. You know, if you could figure out a way to, you know, because you already get fined. It's like $25,000 the first time, $50,000, then $100,000, then it just increases exponentially.
Right.
The more offenses,
the more you go. I think, you know, if the NCAA wanted to be lame, they can introduce a postseason ban if you have too many offenses.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
I think that's lame.
No, that hurt,
I think that's lame as hell to do, because obviously it doesn't matter, because when you have those moments when you beat those big teams, the athletic department and the administration and the donors even are like, I'll pay it, whatever. Y'all run out there and have fun, you know. So you're not gonna ever stop it unless you want to really, really enforce and crack down on something. Yeah. So that's the tough part. Now, you never see people storm the field in the NFL, NBA. Like,
right.
Nobody, that never happens, right? So that is something that separates NBA and college. The atmosphere is different, right? You know, NBA is a little bit the entire crowd. College, in some places, is mostly students. So that's part of the college experience. Do you ban it? I don't know if you. I wouldn't want it to be banned, because I'd want to have the opportunity, if we have a big time win, to really remember that and be like, yeah, we stormed the court when Devo dunked and teabagged old boy. You know what I mean? Like seriously. So
we were there. We didn't storm the court.
We were there. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, we didn't storm the court. But, shout out
Thought
to
about
Jay
it,
Will.
but
You're right.
Right.
Yeah. Should we?
Yeah. But if you,
we were too high up. It's fine.
I don't know. Like if you're the NCAA, I don't know if you can ban it without some sort of crazy restriction, like a postseason ban. Like, oh, y'all did it. You're a third-time offender. Sorry, you might be number 3 in the country, but
that's gonna hurt.
You can't go to the tournament. It ruins your tournament bid. Because at the same time, too, you got to think about how this affects those people. You've seen the Landmark people that work there?
Yeah.
They got a 40-hour-a-week job. They just doing this to make a little extra change. And some of them are older. Some of them are not, you know,
the most mobile.
Right.
They're there just to make sure everybody finds their seats and has a good spot to sit and all the things.
And sometimes you have, you know, volunteers. I don't know if y'all get what I'm getting at here, but they're not, you know, completely. They're not. Some of them are slower. Yeah. Right. So like they're volunteering, they're doing it for their job, and they enjoy what they're doing, but they're not fit to be older, immobile. Doesn't matter your mental state. None of those people are meant to stand in front of 20,000 people coming down. It's just not going to happen.
That's fair.
Realistically, it's just not going to happen.
That's fair.
Now, what you could do, another thing you could do, is you could ban the ticket for a year.
Okay.
But how do you track the ticket?
That's what I'm. Yeah. That's tough.
That's tough, right?
That's tough.
Yeah.
You can't exactly, you know, say who did what. You know, I know in the NBA they have a way of tracking that. Excuse me, but
that's a tough one.
So
That would
I
be
don't
tough.
really know how you. I don't know. Do I personally, to answer your question, I don't think you should ban it. I
Word.
think it's what makes college college.
Yeah.
I don't think you should ban it either, but I do agree with let everybody get off safely.
Yeah.
Right? Like with the whole, like there's been a lot of instances too in football, right? Where they're rushing the field and football player, like not saying people are going to attack them or hurt them, but like let them get off the field and then go celebrate and do whatever you want. Like, and yeah, I don't think you're ever going to stop it though. No, I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of alcohol gets involved. People, they're just like, oh, dude,
like
let's
you
do
said,
it.
it's part of the experience, I think. People just kind of want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of flirting with the idea earlier of maybe you have a minute on the clock, get the team off, get the away team off. Once that minute, free game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
Now,
I'm saying?
I also saw something too, and to this point. Sorry to cut you off,
You're good.
but to this point, also get the refs out of there,
Yeah.
right? Like sometimes the refs call horrible games, and then the home team ends up winning, and then the court storming. It's not safe for the refs to be on the floor either. So to be fair, give them a minute. Refs will sprint off; they always do, regardless, and
Sure
get
do.
the away team out of there, and then you're good, and let it roll, and
Even
then
down
you've
at
got a
our
minute,
level.
and
I
you
know.
can do whatever you want after that. Yeah, I did
Sure.
see something like that.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing you could do. He was a little bit ahead of his time. Calipari did that a couple years ago.
What do you do?
They came here. The game was out of hand. I think we were up 8, but it was like 12 seconds to go on the clock.
He went ahead and
He
left
called
early.
a timeout, kept the 5 on the floor, and told the rest of them to go to the locker room.
Yeah.
They
Including
walked-
coaches.
Including coaches. They walked out early, and then when the thing came off, those 5 and him, they just made their way to the tunnel.
Yeah.
Now, that's Cal, so he's going to have a lot of security moving with him.
Well,
But that's a good idea.
And that's also a game that we were winning pretty handedly. Like we were up 8 or 9 or 10 with 12 seconds to go. We're going to win, right?
I do remember
What
him
if it's a
doing that.
buzzer beater and the court is stormed and you can't have the opportunity to call a timeout and get your people off the bench? You know, like there are certain instances where it's just that don't make sense. But in that instance, I do remember being like, you know what, that actually makes a lot of sense. Get him out of there while you can. And then also, if you don't remember too, at the end of that 12 seconds, they inbounded the ball and they set the ball down and walked out. They were like, we're not trying to get caught up in all this. We're not trying to get caught up in a fight. Like, let's just get out of here. So they set the ball down, just almost waved the white flag and walked out.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like that actually does make sense. But what about an instance where you don't have that? It's a buzzer beater and the court stormed.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Word. Because forget the minute, though. Do you know the kids? Like,
Yeah, you're right.
if I'm young and we all, this is a part of the, the celebration. You get a buzzer beater, and you got to wait a minute. Like,
Nah, it ruins that. It ruins the
people
thing.
not waiting, bro.
Yeah,
so,
they're moving regardless.
yeah. I mean,
Unless-
I think it just depends on the circumstances, honestly. I
Yeah.
like the thought behind putting a little time there if you know the game is like, it's one of those type of games.
Mm-hmm.
But some things are just uncontrollable. I mean, that's what makes college basketball, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes March mad.
You feel me? So it's like, at the end of the day, try to do your best, but, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they just try to handle it too much, then it's going to take away from the excitement.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all let us know down in the comments. How would you ban court storming if you wanted to, and whether or not you want to ban court storming or
Yeah.
not.
I do
Also-
feel like the players being a bit dramatic, though, with the whole, like,
Caitlin Clark, I think, was extremely dramatic.
I feel like Flip, too.
I think Caitlin Clark was a little more dramatic than Flip in the sense that I think she saw it coming and she did a full 360 and was like,
Right,
"Ah."
right, yeah.
Granted,
What'd she do?
scoring
One more time?
scoring
She did,
champion.
though.
All right.
She did.
You have something you want to say?
Yeah.
Scoring champion. Give her flowers. She scored the most points in D1 men or women's basketball history.
Yeah.
But I do think
Thanks.
in the way, if I saw the clip correctly, and I may be wrong, if you want to get at me in the comments, you can, or in the chat. But it looked like Flip did not see what was coming. I feel like he got hit and it scared him, and then he wanted to act like he was just extremely hurt. Now, being 6'10" and having to be carried off the floor, I think that's a little much.
Can't pull the Khaled, bro. You can't pull the Khaled. Hold me up and take me to the
Yeah.
6'10". Yo, watch out. Like,
Right.
you can maneuver a little different at 6'10". Granted, you know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to say. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in that type of environment.
Yeah.
But I'm not going. I'm one of the best dukes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going, but watch out. Like,
Right.
I'm clearing some of that out. And they had a couple people around them, so I ain't trying to I ain't trying to hold it's like.
I
how
also
you
feel
feel,
like
but-
too, agreed. But I also feel like too, people who are rushing the court or field need to have the decency to also have their eyes up
For
and
sure.
notice, like, oh my God, that's one of their players. Let me not just pile drive them into the ground. Like, I
Right.
think it's also like, if you are a fan, you're there to watch these people play. And granted, if you hate them or not, let's not rush out on the court and check them. You know what I mean? Like, let's have your eyes up. Move a little bit, let them get around you. They don't want to mess with you anyways. Like, just let them
Right.
get out the way, and then you go have your fun.
Now my question is this: I don't want to drag it out too much, but what if you gave players? There's going to be a negative stigma around it anyway, no matter what. What if you didn't penalize the players for protecting themselves?
I don't see no.
Now
I
you
mean,
don't
that-
have to turn around and like
Shit, I mean, that,
you don't have to Ilya Taporia Volkanovski somebody,
right?
but like you said, clear space.
No, yeah.
Just like you chinning that rebound right there with
That's
that ball.
for sure. That's
Ball
part
goes
of it,
wide,
though.
You catch a bow, that's on you. You were running, didn't see it. That
Well,
happens.
and to this point, you remember when Tennessee fans stormed the field against Alabama in football this year?
Yeah.
And Alabama cornerback cockbacked and socked this girl square in the face.
Damn, for real?
She didn't even touch him. He
Yeah.
just was pissed off in the moment and literally
Nah, you
just
can't.
punched
That's
her.
different. It got
That's
Right?
where it's like
Right? So if you tell them they can defend themselves,
Yeah, nah.
then where's the line of defending yourself and allowing them to punch?
you got to do one of these. You got to
Yeah,
review.
yeah.
It's got to be kind of like,
Right.
that's a little too much.
Yeah.
But in regards to his situation, Flip, watch out, man.
Right.
Trying to get through.
clear space
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? Like, that's all. That's all. A little swim. He used to this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Watch out, man.
Yeah. As a coach, if you and I were in that situation, I think we would be pretty in tune with being like, okay, we know our guys are out there. If enough of them get close enough to being off and we can go protect one guy, kind of like how the Duke managers do at halftime where they just sprint to the locker room,
Mm-hmm.
I think you and I'd come off the bench pretty quick to be around one of our guys, you know what
Sure.
I mean? And just
Yep.
be like, yo, watch the hell out, like back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I get fined, I'm okay with that, But if a player, gets suspended because he did clear space and he ends up hitting a female fan, something like that, then the player's he's in trouble for something where he may have just been protecting himself. Alabama was not doing that. He just
No.
turned around. I mean, it was
He just cold cocked, like
Yeah,
got
I know
mad,
that.
cold cocked, knocked her out,
He had intent behind it.
and then just
wow.
walked off, like looked at her and walked off.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah.
think she ate it too, though. She went down, but I think she got back up.
I
Yeah.
don't think it knocked her out. I think
Right.
I don't think she was knocked out. I think I remember her sitting up and being like, "Who just hit me?" Because I don't think she realized who had hit her.
Right.
No,
And
that's
then
wild.
when going back and they watched security footage,
Yeah.
literally of one of the tunnel angles, and one of the tunnel angles had caught him literally like full force, like in the back of the head.
Nah, that's wild.
Yeah, bro.
It's tough.
That's tough there.
At the same time, too, like, if I'm a football player, I'm just going to put my helmet on and strap it up tight.
That's all you
You're not
gotta
going
do.
to hurt me. I got pads on.
That's all you got to do.
You know what I mean? And I got a helmet to protect me. If you hit me, it's probably going to hurt your hand more.
Right.
But basketball, we got to figure out. I hadn't seen a baseball field storm. But there's
No,
nets,
because you
there's
can't
nets
get over it. Yeah.
Well, you could come from the dugout. You
Get
could
down
come
the
from
berm?
The outfield. Yeah, that's like 8
Okay.
feet.
All right. Let's move on.
It's-
Because
Okay, yeah, we can move on. Sorry. I don't even know what I'm supposed to talk about. I got off on a rant.
no, that was really the last thing we were actually
That was
going to
it?
talk about. Yeah.
Okay. I can't think of anything else. I had something that I wanted to talk about, I think.
Oh, hey, I can't see what I'm recording anymore. This TV's been blinking down here for a while. It's fine. It's still recording.
It's been blinking.
The TV, I think the TV's finna stop working. It's fine.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Go ahead.
Sweet.
I just can't see.
There was one thing I wanted to do really quick before we got out of here. I want to congratulate Dusty Hannas in his run with Team USA. They ended up losing, I think, not too long ago, but they come back for like world qualification here not too long. We're going to try to get Dusty on the podcast. Dusty, if you see this, you want to come on the pod, hit
That would
me
be
up.
great. That would be great.
Best shooter that I've seen in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to clap it up for Dusty and Team USA.
Yep.
Team USA. I know
Big time.
it's about to get crazy with the other Team USA this summer. It's going to be real active out there in Las Vegas.
I forgot that's
But-
this summer.
Yeah, but
That's
I
so
wanted
wild.
to.
I'm excited, low-key.
Wanted to congratulate those guys. For getting as far as they did and doing what they did. So he had I think he had 19 points in 13 minutes on 7 to 10 shooting.
That's what's up.
So
Efficient.
super efficient. So yeah, I'd love to talk to him about all that. And then there was one other thing. You wanted me to try this, huh?
I do.
I have been talking a lot.
I do. No, yeah, do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
This is the Powerade Zero Strawberry Smash.
Yeah, they messed with me one time and sent the new flavor, and that's the new flavor. So I was like, I'm gonna see if Clay likes it.
Okay.
Laney, you liked it, right?
I liked it a lot.
Y'all
liked it too.
Let us know down in the when you get ready to try something. Do you smell it first?
I do.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Y'all let us know in the comments. Do you? So I know with wine you're supposed to
You're supposed
do
to
the whole,
swirl it.
Swirl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
swirling.
We don't even really like wine, but
Yeah, I'll be smelling though.
Strawberry.
I ain't gonna lie.
Strawberry Smash. Here we go. Let's try it. That's pretty good, actually.
You mess with it?
I do a lot.
Okay.
It's like it kind of brings me back. We had a Powerade machine at my school, what school? Middle school. And after PE and stuff,
Y'all had that at school?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, we had to pay for it.
let me not
obviously.
make a joke.
Like, private school, yeah, I know. I know where I
Clap
went.
it up, private school, yeah, woohoo!
No, that's crazy. Y'all had Powerade. No, that's hard.
Yeah, we had a Powerade. Well, I think it was technically a Coke machine and Powerades.
You know
Sponsored
what
by-
memories I have about Powerade? No one cares, but the one memory I have about Powerade is when I would play the Boys and Girls Club when I was little.
Yeah.
And my mom would get me, I never drank Powerade. I never drank Gatorade. I always drank water. And my mom would get me a Powerade during my little bitty games because I always thought I was so cool. My mom would get me a Powerade to drink. And
Yeah,
so
that's
I always,
what's up.
Yeah, that's like my one memory of Powerade. I'd be like,
what's up.
yes, I'm so cool. I get a Powerade drink.
Yeah, we had a little machine, little vending machine, and I think it had Coke and actually it may have just had Powerade in it. It may have had like water and Powerade. I mean, it was like $3. I didn't get it all the time. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah, expensive for sure.
That's what's up,
But
though. I'm
yeah.
glad you like it, bro.
It
They sent me
reminds
like
me
a
of-
whole.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you
yeah.
show them if you want.
We've been talking about March Madness. They sent me like a whole.
That's nuts.
You know what I'm saying?
Central
Little,
sports drink. It is though.
look at that. I thought that was pretty cool
That's
though
tough.
with the court in there.
Oh, that's
That's tough.
wild.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So hey, shout out Powerade. They was messing with me. for
Clay's
sure. I
drinking
thought
it
that
too.
was- I know. Mhm. Thought that was cool
That
with
is
the new
cool.
flavors.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? 2 new flavors. The
Oh,
strawberry.
that's the
and
regular?
then the mountain berry. The blue joint. So
I always do the more sugary one. I don't ever do the zeros, but the zero tastes really good.
It actually does.
It
It
is
doesn't
very-
taste like zero.
No, it doesn't.
You
at
know
all.
how sometimes you can taste like it's like, this doesn't taste right. Like
Word.
when
Like
it's
when you get a
zero,
diet
but that
drink.
actually doesn't taste bad. What was
Word.
it? What face you make?
you get a diet drink, it's rough. But yeah, shout out to Powerade, man. That's cool.
yeah, March
Um,
Madness on the way, man. Get your Powerade. You feel me?
Yeah,
And your way good.
exactly.
Get all that.
Speaking of way good, we want to thank you guys again for sponsoring. This video, this space, all this stuff. The show coming back wouldn't be possible without them. So they rocked with us for a while, and we ask that you guys rock with them. It's a really good product. 6 bars, $6. Most bang for your buck, especially in times like this where eggs are like $12 a carton.
Facts though.
Um,
That's a great point.
Right. So
a great point.
supplement with the original protein shake on a stick. I mean, hey, if you guys have, guilty pleasures and you want to eat ice cream in the morning, get a Way Good bar, right? Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I just need a little something sweet, but I can't do it. I got to wait till after I eat lunch or something. Right?
Yeah.
So, I actually got to go stock up, but we're already out. Like you said, we probably need a fridge.
We need to holler at them so we get the fridge, man. Real talk, they really be sold out though. So that says something about the product. Like, we're not gassing it.
No.
We eat them all the time. The boys eat them. When we coach, we offer them Way Good bars, and they love them too. So
Yep.
it's a product that you can really rely on, and it tastes great. So
Which I do want to ask that question. Hopefully things might look a little bit different here next time we come around. But Jeremy and I, we have been coaching. Our coaching season, one of the reasons why we haven't potted in so long is our coaching season was coming down to the end, and we wanted to kind of put, I work a job. He's obviously on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, you can see his channel down in the description. If you're just now coming over to the channel and don't know anybody. But we were, after I got off, it was time to go to practice. And, we actually ended up starting the season kind of rough, turned it around,
word.
and ended up playing our best basketball at the end of the year. finished 4th in state.
Yep.
And so we can clap it up for that. We were going to do a docuseries.
For sure.
We were going to do a docuseries with me working and him having to, maintain his channel and social media and all that. We didn't have the resources to record a docuseries this year, but we do want to bring something like that to you guys. So if you guys would love that, if you're a content creator and you're willing to work for the free 99 ski or the low,
help us
out. Hook us up with somebody that you know in the area. But we want to bring that to you. I know, we talked about some summer stuff. We'll obviously be working out during the summer, and we may even have a team or whatnot. So we might do something on that front. I don't want to spoil too much of it, even though I feel like I just did. But yeah, so we want to bring you guys more content, stuff that you would enjoy, and it's stuff that we love to do. It's stuff that comes easy to us, and really just share our love for the game. We may even have a training page or whatever. I'm just talking at this point, but. Speaking of college, we can shout out at the very end, then I'll really be done rambling. We can shout out Z.
Yep.
And Art.
Yep.
TP.
Yep.
Ave.
Yep.
Anybody else I'm missing?
No, we still looking for the center.
We are looking for the center. We got the 1 in TP.
Yep.
We got the 2 in Ave.
Yep.
We got the 3 in Z.
There you go.
And we got the 4 in Art.
That's a nice squad.
And we're actually pretty tall.
We are. Yeah, we
TP at around 6'1". Ave, what's Ave? 6'4"?
No, he's about 6'2", 6'3".
Okay. And then Z 6'8", Art 6'8".
Yeah.
They might have grown. I hadn't seen him in a
minute.
Minute. So
Word.
We just need a big. If you guys want to train, we'll be in the area, but you got to be our 5th. You got to be our 5, and you got to be okay, right? But yeah, so with that being said, yeah, can't suck. If you do suck, we'll make you better.
That was a nice way of saying that.
No, for sure. You got to be cold.
But yeah,
that's funny.
With that being said, again, thank you so much to Way Good for sponsoring this video and making all this possible. Yeah, I'll show them some love in the description. Our favorite bars are in there. Hopefully, they're not sold out where you are. If they are sold out, it means business is good, and you better get with it. They'll be linked in the description. And with that being said, I don't have anything else. You send us home.
GG's, G. Thank you guys for being here. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
How long was that?